Well, hey guys, what's up? Week is chugging along. It's boiling hot outside, but I have my air conditioning on really high, so it's nice and cold in here. But I know as soon as I step outside, I'm going to boil, so I'm kind of enjoying it, enjoying the moment. But anyways, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail of the video, today I'm going to be doing a highly requested review. That is of the Krave Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. This is a very gentle cleanser, a Korean skincare brand that was created by, I believe, a beauty blogger and YouTuber. She's created this cleanser as well as a Hallelujah toner. No, I have not tried that, but I have been trying this Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser at first, and I have to say, I really like it. It's rather, it feels rather luxurious going on, and it's a rather enjoyable cleanser to use if ever there was one. My mom has used it several times and also likes it a lot. It is very, very gentle, pH'd at around 4 to 5. Which, you know, for whatever it's worth, is kind of a gimmicky selling point. But do know that, you know, your acid mantle of your skin barrier gets disrupted with cleansing and with really, really harsh alkaline soaps. And so most facial cleansers are pH such that that is optimized so as to minimize disrupting that. Your skin barrier does restore itself shortly after cleansing, and the acid mantle is restored. But, you know, in contrast, using something like a really, really harsh bar soap with a really alkaline pH can really leave your skin dry and just make a lot of work for it. So this one is nicely pH'd. It contains green tea extract and green tea water as well. Green tea, or Camellia sinensis, if you'll recall, is one of the very few ingredients out there that has been shown to be helpful for diminishing the appearance of pores. We don't know why exactly that is. And matcha green tea, its leaves in particular, are very, very rich in catechins and antioxidants, and therefore it is an ingredient of interest in skincare products for its free radical scavenging ability and anti-aging properties. The other thing that this Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser contains is oat extract, which is very, very hydrating. You know, colloidal oatmeal has been a mainstay of treating eczema in dermatology for many years, or atopic dermatitis, as it's formally known as. Colloidal oatmeal, or oats, are very, very rich in beta-glucans, which are polysaccharides that are excellent humectants, very gentle. They form a nice, thin, occlusive film on the skin that helps to hold in hydration. So they are very soothing, and they function really well when you're cleansing to kind of put the brakes on some of that irritation and transepidermal water loss. So colloidal oatmeal, oat extract, great ingredient in this. This also has a variety of plant-derived oils in it. It has hemp seed oil in it, which is fine, moisturizing. It also has sweet almond oil in it, which is technically a fragrance, but they can get away with calling this fragrance-free and putting sweet almond oil in there because the sweet almond oil functions more as a moisturizer. So do you know that if you have a true patch test confirmed fragrance allergy, this could be a problem for you depending on what component of fragrance you are allergic to, and sometimes depending on how the patch testing was done, you may not have that level of information. So do you know that this even though this is a quote fragrance-free product, these plant-derived oils can still contain the same molecules that fragrance has and cause problems for you. But for the everyday person who is not allergic to fragrance, this is more than fine. It doesn't have an odor to it. It is wonderful. So I wish the sweet almond oil was not in there, but it's not really a big a big gripe that I have with this whatsoever. I'm willing to let that go. It has vitamin B5, which is panthenol. Panthenol is frequently present in a lot of moisturizers. It was shown many years ago to be helpful in restoring the skin barrier. It's a component of our skin barrier already present. So it's in a lot of moisturizers targeting people with eczema, dry skin, and can be helpful as well. The sodium PCA in this is an alternative to glycerin. This also has glycerin in it. Both sodium PCA and glycerin are excellent non-pore clogging, moisturizing ingredients, humectants. Really function well as emollients, and they're nice and slippery, so they just kind of help the skin smooth out a little bit and just kind of lessen the burden of cleansing. So that's wonderful that this includes that as well. And then this, I have to say, feels kind of like a chia seed pudding with all of these humectants in it. It's really nice and moisturizing, and it has a slippery texture to it. It is fragrance free, and when you take it out here, last night I washed my face with it, so I'll show you guys. Here I am, it's the end of the day. You can see my sweaty, dirty face after working out. So I'm just gonna wash my face tonight with this cleanser and show you guys how it works. But you can see it looks, kind of has a slight almost tea color green tint to it, and it does smell a little bit like matcha tea, I have to say. I do note a little bit of a background of a tea fragrance to it, and it kind of looks, it's translucent and it's thick. So I just put it on a wet face, and my mother noted that she had a hard time getting her mascara off with this. So I will say this, if you are using this for taking off your makeup, do know that it burns quite a bit around the eyes. I found that to be the case. So you can see here I'm using it to take off my mascara in addition to my the sunscreen that I put around my eyes, and it does burn around the eyes. So that's one problem I had with using this, is that when you're using it to take off the sunscreen on your eyes and any eye makeup, or in my case mascara, it burns quite a bit. It's difficult to not get it into the eye. But it really just slides over the face very nicely. I found it took my mascara off no problem, but my mom wears a little bit more makeup than I do, so it may not be enough for you. I would recommend, honestly, if you are using this, to do a double cleanse, to do an oil cleanse first to take off your makeup and stuff. As far as some of the inactive ingredients in this, there is dipropylene glycol, which is a penetration enhancer. Some people can be allergic to propylene glycol derivatives, so be aware of that if that is you. It is in this. It's also a humectant, so wonderful, more than reasonable ingredient. There are a variety of solvents in this, and I'm noticing a trend in a lot of the Korean skincare that is heavy on the beta-glucans, that there is a presence of solvents. So much so that SK2 is pretty much, as I said in my review of that, a bottle of solvent. This has a fair number of solvents in them, and in the product. It doesn't bother me, it's not like they're a bad ingredient, and they don't overtake the product. They're just there as inactives, and I suspect maybe it has something to do with the presence of the beta-glucans that they require. Maybe they require more of the like methylpropane diol, for example, is one such ingredient. And they're not bad. They're intended to be there for a purpose. And in this case, it doesn't overtake the product, so it's more than fine. But I did notice that was in there, and I'm wondering if that's not what burns my eyes when I get this around my eyes. This also has xanthan gum in it, which most skincare products do. Xanthan gum is just a thickener. I add it to smoothies and things when I want to make a smoothie bowl to make it thicker. It's oftentimes in products. This also has alkyl glucosides in it. It has decyl glucoside. These alkyl glucosides I've mentioned on here before are gentle surfactants, plant-derived, and they actually were named the contact allergen of the year in 2017. So do you know there is an increased incidence of being reported of people developing allergies to alkyl glucosides? They're not bad, they're not dangerous, but do you know if that is you? To avoid this product. I mean, most skincare products out there that are, kind of promoting a natural vibe to them be aware and look for alkyl glucosides if you are allergic, because they often contain them. They're not bad, they're good ingredients, just seem to be causing some problems for people. The other ingredient that I thought might be stinging in my eyes a little bit too is this has soap bark extract in it, which soap bark is kind of an alternative to soap. It is a plant that, let's see if I can pronounce the name, Kiaha saponaria. Kiaha saponaria. That's a mouthful. Bark extract, which is soap bark. This is very rich in what's called saponins, which are plant-derived compounds that can kind of help break up dirt, and they're frequently added to a lot of skincare products. They can be irritating, however, particularly if they're in really, really high concentrations. They can be very, very irritating. Like a lot of plants that are high in saponins, sometimes they will cause irritation on your fingertips if you're a gardener pruning them. So I suspect that it's either the saponins in this or the solvents, the propane diols in this that cause a lot of stinging around the eyes for me. But it doesn't burn on the skin itself. It doesn't cause any irritation, no redness, no stinging. But for me personally as a consumer, I have really enjoyed using this. I find it very luxurious. I don't think it's exorbitantly expensive at $16, so that's nice. Just a kind of a little luxury treat, something to enjoy. I think it does a wonderful job taking off the sunscreen. It meets my needs as a consumer. It is vegan, it is cruelty-free for those of you seeking those products, so that's phenomenal. And while it claims to be fragrance-free, do know that if you have a true confirmed fragrance allergy, there are some ingredients in this that could still cause problems for you. For those of you with oily skin, acne-prone skin, I think you actually will like this quite a bit. The presence of the green tea in this, if anything, can help the appearance of pores. I don't think it has anything that is likely to clog pores or cause exacerbation of acne. I can never predict that 100%. The pore clogging thing is always a mystery, all right? And for the most part, acne is a disease. It flares. I don't think that this is likely to be a contributor. It's very, very gentle. Shouldn't cause any problems if you have a lot of peeling and dryness and irritation from retin A. This might be okay for you. You might find that you enjoy using this to take your sunscreen and makeup off at the end of the day while you're going through that battle. But because this is very gentle and it has those nice humectants in it. People with rosacea, I can't predict if this would be good for you or not, because everybody with rosacea, it's very individualized as to what ingredients are going to sting, burn, and exacerbate and or trigger a flare of redness and flushing. The other allergens that you may have a patch test confirmed allergy to out there are, as I already mentioned, the alkyl glucosides. And then the other one is cocamidal purple betaine is in this as well. So if that's you, be aware of that. And then the propylene glycol is another contact allergen. So if you have undergone patch testing and are allergic to any of those, this is a no-go. But otherwise, it's great. Otherwise, it's good. It's fine. But I'm personally not very enthusiastic to try the Kalalula toner myself, or exfoliating whatever that is liquid, but I would love to see this company come out with a cleansing oil to go alongside this. I think that is what this needs, because you can't take your eye makeup off comfortably with this. I'd love to see a oil-based cleanser for a double cleanse. I think that'd be a nice addition to their line. So hopefully, maybe they'll consider creating that. I'd also like to see a fragrance-free moisturizer to go alongside this. I think that would also be another nice addition. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. It's 2 thumbs up to the creator of this. They made a very nice product, and I think they did a good job. And overall, I'm pretty happy with it. And as I said, as a consumer, I've enjoyed using this. It does feel very luxurious. As far as vegan and cruelty-free cleansers out there, this one is a great one, and I do recommend it. I do not recommend it, however, over the Ceremetics one, simply because the Ceremetics one, which I reviewed for you all a while back ago, is a lot more minimalistic as far as the ingredients. lower likelihood of causing problems for more people. I really liked that one, but this one is unique, and if you're intrigued by a lot of these ingredients and want to try them, I think they have done a nice job putting them together in this cleanser in a way that is useful and not overdone, not excessive, and very logical. So overall, I've really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it. I like it quite a bit. So hope this answers all of your questions on my thoughts on the Krave Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. I am still really enjoying drinking matcha tea, by the way. I like to drink it now that it's hot as an iced beverage. So I've really been enjoying that. I'm using the matcha tea from the Matcha Reserve. And I just like to blend it with ice and a little bit of almond milk and stevia. So I've been enjoying that for caffeine, you know, since it's so hot, as an iced beverage. It's really tasty, and I recommend doing it that way. But anyways, comment below, and if you're drinking matcha tea and how you consume it, I would love to know. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.